Hello everyone, it's Birdie here, the Recycled Hippie Chick. I am anxious to do a video. I have been out of town, and then when I got back in town, it took me a few days to get back into the swing of things, get chores caught back up. Yes, I have things ready when I leave, but when I come back and husband's been here a few days, it's like I never cleaned before I left. So I have to get caught back up from husband. I want to show you some Happy Mail. I got some Happy Mail from Nydia, and it reminded me that I have this book that I stick my Happy Mail in, thinking I'm going to use my Happy Mail in my book, and then I never get around to it. So today I want to get around to it. Let me let the dog in. Okay. So I have this book that I experimented and made some of that paper cloth, you know, where you take a piece of cloth and Mod Podge napkins or papers on it, and then I don't know what the purpose of it was. It was a fail for me, but it wasn't anything I felt like I could sell on the internet, so I kept it for myself. But yeah, I'm not real crazy about the paper cloth idea. So I'm using it for myself because I spent time making it and I want to use it. So this is my book. This is my Happy Mail, you guys. Is Nydia not the real deal or what? Look at the sketch of that turtle. Absolutely magnificent. I want to attempt this. I don't know that I can do it justice. So this for sure, you know, is going in my book. All of this is going in my book, right down to the envelope. She made me this adorable little ATC. This happy is off of a Happy Mail from Ricky Tikki Tavi to Nydia. So she passed on the love. Is this bird not beautiful? I mean, I would love to just sit with Nydia for a day and just have her show me how to do all this. Absolutely brilliant. With a little bitty tag inside of the ATC. This will go in my little ATC box with all my others. Thank you, Nydia. I mean, this stuff is just beyond beautiful to me. It's a happy bird. The happy label is from Ricky's Happy Mail envelope. That will go in my ATC box. These are just magnificent. These mushrooms are just beyond beautiful. I'm torn whether I want to put them in my Happy Mail book or if I want to put them in my mushroom book. I don't know. So I'm not sure. I'm just going to sit those aside because I just don't know yet. I don't have a mushroom book started, but I want to. So I have a folder with mushrooms in it, and so I don't know if I should add this to it or go ahead and put it in here. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. And then this all came on a piece of cardboard, in which, guess what? I will use. And then look at her envelope. Cover up her address. I don't care if you see mine. Another beautiful turtle. So I'm going to tear this apart. No, I may not. I may just use it and make a pocket out of it. And I want all this to show because I want to know who it's from. Okay, so I've got all that to go in my Happy Mail book. And then I wanted to show you this book that I got. I was watching Christina Shack one day, and she had found this book at, I don't know if she called it the Op Shop or where, but it had the most adorable little fairies in it. Oh my goodness, I'm going to use this cover. So I said to myself, Birdie, you have to have this book. So I got online and I found it used on eBay, and bought me Betty Bibb's Fairy Handbook, a field guide to fairies and their habitats. Is that not adorable? Just a quick flip through. I mean, the pictures are so cute. And that's just the cover. This is just the table of contents. Look at the detail. Look at the fairies peeking out around the leaf. I mean, it's just magnificent. This is why I said I had to have this book. You know, I have Princess, my wiener dog, and she looks just like this. And I thought, I have to have that wiener dog with the fairies all over it. Oh, it's just so cute. So anyway, I'm not going to, you know, stall you with every page, but this is the wonderful scrumptiousness that I'm going to be able to rip out of here and use in my fairy book. Look at this owl with fairies flying all around it on wishing flower seeds. So anyway, if you're interested, this is the book. You might run and get it. I think I only paid like $4, either $4 or $6 on eBay, and it was gently used, and I can't even tell it was used. But all kinds of pictures I'm going to be able to tear out and absolutely enjoy. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. Okay, we'll set that aside while we get started here. I don't even know where to start. I have never done one of these. I've never seen one of these. I just knew, oh, this is Nydia's fun little stuff that was stuck in her little ATC card. So I'm going to use those somehow, somewhere. So I really don't know what to do except for just to take it all out and start at the beginning and just start putting stuff in, and then eventually it'll all come together, right? Isn't that how stuff works? Let's just start. I don't want to put Nydia. I want to start like at the bottom of my pile, like from way back when. And I don't even know if it's in order. So I'm going to turn this over and just start from the bottom of the pile, because I think that's from way back when. This is from Christina's Shack. I'm trying to figure out, okay, this envelope opens like this. So I'm simply just going to put this on here so that I can tuck stuff in it. I'm going to write Christina's Shack on it so I know what's going on. $2023. Okay. Now, let's get busy. If this is not too long of a video, I'm probably going to put a little insert at the end. I get so frustrated with the glue, you guys. I really do. I mean, I have my little pokey thing in there, Where's my... I'm sorry. Let me push pause until I get this figured. Okay. In my backyard, I have gravel. My rock garden is pea gravel. And I'm just going to tell the truth. By the time I'm dead, my grandkids will be a little grown, and they'll know. They'll know the truth. They're not going to watch it right now, so I'm not going to spoil anything. You know, I do these videos, number one, for therapy, and number two, for a video diary. So when I'm gone, my kids will have something to look back on. My grandkids, when I'm at garage sales or estate sales, and you know, you find little clear marbles in big bags that you put in flower arrangements, or you get those little flat, clear marbles, you know, just things for crafting. I find those all the time at garage sales, by the baggies full. So I grab them and I bring them home, and why not use Christina's little painty paper method with her Happy Mail, right? Use her method with her mail. Anyway, I sprinkle them all over in my rock garden just to make it look pretty, and my grandkids think the fairies brought them. Oh my gosh, Gigi, where did you get these? And I say, I don't know, they just appear. And then, you know, Rosie will say, the fairies must have brought them last night, so we would have beauty in your garden to look at. I said, they must have. So all these years, my grandkids have thought that, of course, you know, when they get older, they figure it out, but they don't say anything for the littler ones. They think the fairies dropped those off. So they go around and collect them. Oh, they'll collect them and put them in a cup or a baggie or, you know, whatever. And they have fun collecting them. And then, of course, they go home and they leave their little cup or baggie here. And what I do is I go back out and throw them back out in the yard in the gravel. So they think the fairies brought them again. But at night, when you go outside, like, you know, let's say I forgot to shut the sprinkler off, and I go out with the flashlight to shut my sprinkler off. And when the flashlight shines on those marbles, they just... Oh, I don't really want to cut that lady off. The Songs of the Forest. Oh, I don't want to... I'm not going to. I wanted to put a notch in there, but I just don't want to cut anything off, so I'm not going to. So when the light flashes, it's beautiful to me. It brings such joy to my heart. And you'll see in my video, I think I said it brings me joy 20 times. I'm just excited when I go out there and I see the glistening beauty of my marbles in the night, you know, the night light in my garden. So I took you along with me last night and showed you my little fairy stones. I also showed you my moonflowers, and I think I might take you out again tonight because I have another pot over by the water hydrant that's just plumb full of them. And I only showed you a little area where there was like 2 opened up last night. So there may be another one tonight. I love to see the moonflowers. You know, they only open up in the dark. So by the time I go out in the morning after my husband leaves, they've already closed up and, you know, for the day. They're closing up. So very rarely do I get to see them in all their beauty unless I just take my flashlight and go out there and look at them. But last night I forgot my sprinkler, so I went out and there they were. Sent some extra fabric to play with from LS Zedlitz. Okay. This I need to put in the junk journal. Laura bought one of my journals and she finished it and sent it back to me as a gift. And so I need to put this actually in the journal is what I need to do. So I'll have her note in there always. So this is from Barry. This is a tag from Barry. So I'm going to have to make a little pocket for his. Let's find a good page. This one right here. Right here. We need to make a cool pocket for this. Let's see if I have anything in here we can create a pocket out of. Let's use part of Arlene's envelope. So I went out of town. Let's see how wide I need to make this. I need to cut right at the bottom of that. I don't want to mess up my address because I like the way she doodled around it. I went down to the Ozarks at Eureka Springs with my friend Tracy and spent a few days on Beaver Lake. And I had every intention on camping down there at Roaring River State Park, but a friend of mine who's got a cabin on Beaver had messaged me and said, I sure wish you would go use my house, you know, a few times in the summer while I'm out of town. So I said, okay, well, I'm actually coming down in August, you know, I could do it then. So we stayed at her house. I did not get to camp, but I did get to enjoy a beautiful weekend on Beaver Lake in my friend's cabin. So we took our kayaks and kayaked, and I sat on the dock and read my book, and I swam, and it was just really relaxing and enjoyable. We went to Eureka Springs, went to a concert of a guy, his name is John McEwen. He used to be a part of the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band way back in the day, but had quit and gone out on his own. So he was doing, you know, his little concert at the big auditorium there in Eureka Springs, in which is very sad because I'm going to say it to you guys because he'll never see my video. I don't want to hurt his feelings, but he needs to give it up. He's just past his prime of singing. It was not quality anymore. And that whole auditorium only had about 150 people in it. So nobody went to see him, and it was just kind of sad. I just thought, buddy, you need to hang it up. He's almost 80. Couldn't stand for very long. Had to have a chair to sit on because he was not, his knees or his hips or something are not bad. It was very clear. You could see it, that he was struggling to stand up. So we went and watched him. That was somebody my friend Tracy wanted to go see, so she didn't want to go by herself, so I said, sure, I'll go with you. If I sew around this, will I still fit that in there? Probably not, but if I sew around just this part and then glue it together, I think it'll work. Okay. I just decided now's the time to experiment. I did 3 different stitches on my machine. It's supposed to be flowers. This is the only one that halfway resembles a flower. Maybe it would turn out better if it were on cloth. I don't know, but wasn't too impressed. But now's the time in my own stuff to practice and see what things are all about. Don't you agree? So I'm going to glue this together. I'm going to glue it on first, and then I'm going to glue it down. Is now a time to put one of my mushrooms, or both of my mushrooms? That one would look good on there, wouldn't it? I think I like it like that. Okay, I think, see, that matches the colors. Or do I want a contrast? I don't know what the rule in art is. My brain likes this because it matches, but it kind of blends in, doesn't it? So I'm thinking I should probably put that one on there just because it sticks out a little bit. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know what's the right thing to do, and I don't think there is a right thing. It should be just what makes you happy. I don't like to follow those rules. Color and saturation and all those fancy words they have for this stuff. Balance, I don't know what they all are, but I don't like them. I don't like them because they're rules. Okay. So, we went to the concert, and then we wandered in town. We got something to eat before the concert because we had to get there really early. I don't know if you've ever been to Eureka Springs, but downtown there is just zero parking. I mean, it's a tourist destination and there's no place to park. So we thought for a concert we better get there early and get a parking space and then go eat, because everybody at the concert would need a place to park, and they would be looking for someplace too. So we got down there actually a couple hours early, got our spot, and then we went to eat, wandered into town a little bit. I am not a shopper, so I did not care to go into any of the shops. I just love the ambiance of the city. It's built on a complete cliff, and so there's like maybe 3 tiers of town there, at least 2 tiers. So I just love the way, and it's there from way back in the 1800s. So I just love to see that somebody with a horse and mule and wagon built that city, carried all those stones in there to build the hotel. And it's just, I love to look at the architecture and think back as to, wow, how did they do this, you know? So we wandered around just a little bit, and then we went to the concert, and then we went back to the cabin. And then the next day we woke up and we went kayaking, and then ran around in town. Well, we didn't go back into, well, did we? Yeah, we went back into town and ate supper. I don't care to go eat places and all that. I took enough food to eat, but my friend Tracy, you know, she wants to be a tourist, which she lives 30 minutes from there. But she wants to be a tourist and go eat and all that. So we went in to eat the second night. And then I had leftovers, she had leftovers. The next night I said, let's not go to town at all, because we have plenty of food, our leftovers we can eat. I brought food. You know, I don't like to spend money. You know, I'm a cheapo. So we stayed in. We wandered around and looked at campsites, so that when I do come down and camp again, different places where we could go. We went down by the Beaver Dam and went down below the dam to some of those campsites. Now, I'm not finishing the pages today. I'm just gluing stuff in. At another time, I will decorate and do whatever, okay? So we went. This was just a stash item. Been around long enough that I know it ain't gonna get used. I know you will beautify it. This must be from Arlene. This kind of looks like Arlene's writing. Arlene, is this your writing? Let me know so I can put your name on it. This is Arlene's. See, I wrote Arlene on it. So let's see. Yeah, that's definitely Arlene's writing. I made this little cards book from your YouTube video. Concy made a journal using cardboard, but I like a super simple method. Love that it lays flat. If you want a link to the video, please email me. Okay. All right. That's a note from Arlene. This is from Tammy. She gave me my little goat journal. This needs to go in the goat journal. I need to keep some of these notes in with what I got. Hello, my friend. Happy playing with onion skin paper. I wish I was there, Ricky. Okay, here's another envelope from Christina. Let's go ahead and put this one in. Use this. Okay, I'm going to leave this in here, and I'm a little ripped down here, so let's put something down here. Okay, let's dig in my little... Here's a little camper. Let's cut this out because Christina loves campers too. She calls them caravans. So let's cut this little camper out to cover up the weak spot in my envelope. So anyway, we kayaked again, and I did art while my friend Tracy she has junk, what do you call them? Flea market booths. And so she was getting some of her stuff priced and labeled and pictures taken and put in her inventory and all that she had gotten while I did art out of my travel case. So we did that one afternoon and watched, well, do I just tell you the videos we watched? I don't know if they're controversial or not. We watched a video series on Jeffrey Epstein and his pedophile island, which was absolutely sad. I had two pieces of paper cut out, so we're just going to have to glue them both on. We watched that series, and then we watched another series on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, their own story about how the family has set them up to make them look bad, and showed proof. They have been videotaping their journey from the time they were dating, so they have proof that, you know, things got intercepted and things got sent to what do you call the news media and stuff like that to make her look terrible and to kind of destroy them. So that was interesting. I'm actually team Meghan and Harry. I think their peers and family and office has sabotaged them, is what I think. Well, you should go watch the series for yourself on Netflix and decide for yourself. Don't go by what the media has said. Go in and make your own decision by getting their side of the story also. Always two sides of a story, right? So I'm just going to make a pocket out of this again, and I'm seeing if there's already a page done that I can use, and if there's not, we'll paint one up. What do we got going here? We need some purple. I don't use purple very much. Actually, it would look good right there, wouldn't it? If I just tuck it in here. I actually like it right there. Goat journal. Oh, this is from Tammy. I'm going to put that in my goat journal. Okay. This is from Linda when she sent me my little ship. Okay, this is from Carrie Ann. She wrote my little note on the back, so I want to actually make a page out of this. Let's just put it right here so we can open it up and see that. So what do we do? What do we do? I don't know, because there's a gap there. I think I'm going to have to find a page like this that I can tape it onto this. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, I want to ink it first. So, I think so we watched that all day long and did art, and she did her inventory, and we ate leftovers, and we just stayed in our pajamas until we went to kayak, and we put our suits on, and we just lounged, which was really nice, comforting, you know, comfortable. I don't like to go running around. I just don't. I know some people go on vacation to run around and go and see and do, and I've been to Eureka Springs before. I have seen and done, and I don't need to see and do it again. The next time I go is just for relaxation. And, you know, I'm there for the water. Beaver Lake is an absolutely beautiful lake. You can see so far down in it. It's so crystal clear. And if I go to Beaver Lake, I wanna stay on Beaver Lake. So that's what we did the next day. And then the next day, we cleaned house and, you know, washed bedding and put everything back the way it was when we found it. And then we headed home. When I got home, I was exhausted. I actually threw my clothes in with the laundry down there, you know, the bedding that I was doing. I just went ahead and threw my laundry in with it and washed it and brought it all home clean. So that was nice. And they have the most wonderful vacuum system in this cabin. The vacuum system is downstairs, and you just carry the hose to the plug-in, and when you plug it in the wall outlet, the vacuum turns on. So all you need is the hose, and there's one outlet upstairs and one downstairs, and the whole floor is reached by the hose. It was absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. Loved it. So it was a joy and actually fun to do the house cleaning before we left. I'm going to make 3 tabs here. On one side I'm going to put tabs, and on the other side I will go clear down because it'll just give it more stability. I'm going to do tabs on the writing side. I don't know. It's got writing. I don't want to go with the writing. Okay, we'll figure it out. I'm going to do tabs on this side. I'm going to have a full page because the tabs have to go clear over. See how things are a little technical? Let's try this one. Maybe we'll just do tabs. Maybe we'll just glue this on. Maybe it won't work. Maybe I have good... Oh, I'm ripping my page. See, this is the thing. If I put tabs over here, then I'm cutting into my little small paper. So it has to be a large paper on both sides that I go into. I'm just going to have to put it here. That's just the way I'm going to have to do it. Okay, we're just going to have to do that. I'm not going to glue my tab over my writing That way I'll still be able to read it in the future. I can lift it up if I need to. Okay. Maybe I should just do it like this. Yeah, I'm just going to do it like this, and that way I won't have to put something on the other side. We'll see if it works. So today I got up and mowed the yard and had some brush in the pasture that I still had not got picked up yet. So I picked up brush and I cut a bush down out at the corner of the yard in the front that needed to be cut down for the fall. And did watering because it's supposed to be up in the hundreds this next week. Today's the last day in the 90s for another 5 days. So yeah, I'm kind of worn out. But I'll wait till husband gets home. He usually takes a little nap. I think I'll just take a nap with him. And try to hold out till he gets home at 3. I've been struggling with the internet in our house. For some reason, it's not working right. When I call them, okay, so I reset. We have country internet that's from it's like a dish up on a pole that has to reach the tower, and it's put on by our electric co-op. And sometimes if there's a storm or something, you know, it'll blow that and you won't be able to, it'll be out for a while, or there'll be an issue with the tower and they'll be doing repairs or something. Well, this is the 3rd time in a month we've been without internet. First time they said there was an issue because it was the day after a storm, and it did come back on. The second time I tried to reset it. You know, you call them and they always say, unplug the router and reset it and see if it works. Well, I did that before I called them the second time, and it did not come back on. So I called them and I told them I'd reset it, and they said, well, let's try it again. Where's my plug? So darned if I don't do it with them and it comes back up. Well, then yesterday it went down again, and I reset it. Nothing happened. I called them and they said, you know, it didn't work. And they said, yeah, we see here that there are issues. They're aware of it and they're working on it. So this was Barry's envelope, and I turned it in to make it into a page with a little flippy thing in here out of a piece of his painty paper. Is this Barry's painty paper or mine? I don't know. And then I glued some a napkin on it, so I thought I'd make this a whole nother, you know, page. Now it opens up. Where does it open up at? The envelope. So anyway, it went out yesterday. This does not open up. So this is just going to be a page. We got to figure out how to hook this one in now. So it went out again yesterday, and I called them, and they said yes, that they were aware. They didn't know when it was going to come back on. So we waited, and then by the time husband went to bed last night, I tried it again about 10 o'clock, and it popped back on. So I started watching, you know, some of my YouTube, getting caught up from me not watching it while I was gone. And I watched it for about an hour, and then bam, it was gone again. So today I woke up and it was not on yet this morning. So I went out and did my yard work and came back in, and it appeared to be on. How's that gonna work? Well, it will. It'll work. It'll just be a little wonky, but it's my book, so that's okay if it's wonky. Just let it dry and we'll deal with it later. We may have to fold this and make it a short page like that. It'll figure out. It's a junk journal. It doesn't matter. So anyway, I called them. I reset it. Nothing. I called them. Well, let's go through the reset together. I reset it and it came back on. Like, oh my gosh. But then when I got off, I realized my phone won't take it. It's not showing up on my phone. It's just showing up on the TV. And it's not showing up on the TV out here in the art room, only the TV in the living room. So I'm still having issues. So I'm going to have to call them again. Okay, let's see here. What is this? Who is this? Handmade by Aunt B's Creations. Okay, this is a thank you card from Aunt B when we did our swap. Ooh, it looks good right there on that recipe page. So, I'm going to put it right here. Simply just memories. And if you don't get it decorated in any other way, you have your memories and your cards from your friends who have sent you Happy Mail. There's just some things that do not have to be decorated up and perfectly colored and all that. Some things are just your own simple beauty. I like this. I think it's pretty. I think these colors match this page. And so that's all that matters. So anyway, that's the saga around the Misfit Ranch. Okay, what do we have here? Oh my gosh, this is from 2019. This is from Jerry Bellini. Do you guys remember Jerry Bellini at Recycled Parts for Art? I had bought something from her and she sent this little tag in with the package. Let's make a little pocket somewhere. And use this. This is like officially, now that I'm remembering, this would have been my very first ever, basically kind of Happy Mail, but actually it's a thank you card from buying from her. I need just a tiny little pocket, don't I? Let's make the tiny little pocket, and maybe we can put it in a little book to put in here. Maybe paper clip to the side or something. On one of these little pages, that's what we could do. On one of these little pages, we'll make a pocket. Right here. It would look good right there. Okay. Let's do that. Jerry Bellini. I know she got ill and had to stop doing videos. I wonder how she's doing. Has anyone heard or know anything about Jerry Bellini? I really enjoyed her videos. remember where she was from, but I think she had debilitating allergies also. And they were they went to Florida every year to escape allergy season from where they live in their camper. And they were actually thinking about moving, I think, somewhere to escape her allergies. I know there for a while she got so sick she had to just go out and live in her camper. Wow, I wonder whatever happened to her. Okay, let's find a little pocket. Okay, I found one that's already done, and I noticed my time is getting away from me here. So I'm going to have to call this good here in a minute, but I feel like this little pocket needs some sparkle, so let's put some gold on it. Let's just put some gold everywhere. While we got it out, while we got it wet, let's use it. Okay. There we go. Okay, then I will put my little walk around my yard with my flashlight last night, show you my pebbles, which I don't think you can see them very well, and I'm sorry if you could see them how they really are. They're just beautiful, but I took you with me anyway, so we might as well pop it on. I gotta go in. I don't think I'm gonna make it till my husband gets home for a nap. I think I'm gonna have to close this party down. Rita Donnelly flip right here. So I'll put a little note paper in there. You can lift this up and write on your note paper. Let's just do it right now while we're here. Let's just tear this one out. Let's cut it. It's got some lines on it. Well, that was not a very straight cut, for sure. There we go. So we'll glue this in here. And I'm just using what ink is still on this little. Okay, now man, I'm telling you, you guys, you got to make sure you almost get this darn stuff down the first time, because man, it dries zippity doo-dah. Okay, so what I'll do is, this will be a little journaling spot in there, okay? Then our little tag will go right there. Okay, I'm calling it good for today. We will come back to this and continue our Happy Mail gluing. And thank you for hanging out with me. Oh my gosh, I'm barely gonna make it in there before I drop. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye from Birdie. Take a walk with me, a night walk. I want to show you a couple things that bring me joy. Let's say 3 things, because that cricket brings me joy also. I don't want to tell you where the little marbles come from that I'm about to show you, because one day my grandchildren are going to watch this video and they're going to know the truth, and I don't want them to. The fairies bring them, and they sprinkle these marbles, all different colors of marbles and glass stones, in my rock garden so the kids can find them. But when I walk out here at night, it glistens so pretty, it just brings me joy. And tonight, I wanted to take you on a walk and show you. Let me turn you around. Let's see if you can see them. Oh no. I don't know that this camera is going to pick up the adorable beauty of them. Do you see the glistening of the marbles in the gravel? Do you see them sparkling? They're so much prettier in real life. Anyway, when I walk out here with the flashlight and see the marbles sparkling, it just brings me joy. Something else I wanted to show you is my moonflowers. They only open up at night, so by the time I see them in the morning, they've closed back up like that. But at night, they open up like that. This one's just opening up. Anyway, I wanted to share those 2 things, and we'll throw the cricket in.